I love the food. It's so good, especially in the south. A little bit more about Porto Alegre, or about Rio Grande do Sul. It's cowboy country. The gauchos are the cowboys. And so there's a lot of like plains and cattle. There are also some mountains. But their churrasco is really big there. It's their barbecue. They have these spits that they put the meat on. It's like two-pronged spits. And they put them on, and they put the meat on the spits, and they put some really big grains of salt on it. That's how they season it. And then they stick it, there's like, the area where they grill or cook the meat is like there's a bar for the spit to rest on, and then there are two holes on the opposite side that the two prongs sit on. So you stick them in there, and you can flip them over every once in a while so that it gets cooked all the way through. But oh man, it was so good. It's pretty similar to Tucanos. If you're familiar with Tucanos, that's very similar to the churrasco in the areas I served in, which is really good. Beyond that, we had a lot of chicken and beans and rice and potato salad and cooked kale, and they also would do a lot of, everyone gave us desserts. I don't know if that was just because we were the missionaries and we were visiting, but the desserts were really good too. We had, I don't know what to call them in English, but we had mousse, and it was various flavors. It could be mousse de maracujá, which is like passion fruit, or morango, which is strawberry. Those were two of my favorites. They also had pudim, which is like flan, and I didn't think I was going to like it, but I ended up loving it. There's also arroz doce, which was a sweet rice, and I guess it's like rice pudding, but I'm not sure what rice pudding is otherwise. Something else about Porto Alegre. It's well known for the doces de Pelotas. Pelotas is a city, it's pretty close to Rio Grande, and they just make a ton of sweets there. A lot of sweets and jams and jellies and desserts, and they're really good. They're well known too. It's, I could keep going about the food. The food was so good. It was really yummy. I know that some people would get sick of beans and rice, but I miss beans and rice. It's so good. Beans and rice with some sort of meat. Most of the time it was chicken. And most people would have like a small salad, whether it was like tomatoes and lettuce, or beets and carrots, or any kind of a mixture of those, or I guess that was the main part. Sometimes they would have fruit, but not very often. They mostly had fruit as dessert, so it was good too. It was all really tasty. Oh, and I learned to love star fruit there. I hadn't ever had star fruit before, but in my last area in Guaíba, there was a member who their family would give us, or would make us churrasco every time we ate at their house on Sunday. And there was one time where they said, "Hey, we have this star fruit tree. Have some star fruit." We're like, okay. So we started eating it on the road, and I was like, oh, this is some of the best fruit I've ever had. I love this. It was really good.